Are you thinking about painting your car? Then this video's for you. The first car we're going to talk about is a car that's rolling out of the paint booth to my left, and that is a Volkswagen Beetle, which has been painted using products from a company called Standox. Now this Mini Cooper, also recently painted in a chili red, has been painted using products from a company called Chromax. And last, but certainly not least, is this BMW 3 Series, which was painted about 2 odd years ago now, using products from a company called Glasurit. Now here's what you're going to do. Hit Google, type in the color that you're looking for, take a picture of the color that you find that you eventually like, and the chances are you're going to send it to your paint shops. So you got your color ready? Follow me, let's break that down for you. So we've got 3 brands to talk about. We've got Glasurit, which is the rack behind me, we've got Chromax, and we have got Standox.
Now let's talk about Chromax. Chromax is an extremely popular brand in India. I think there are 2 reasons for that. The first one is that it's quite easily accessible. And of course, for shops like ours, that makes a huge difference in terms of saving time. Because as we know, all our customers want everything quick. And the second, and also probably the most important reason, is the cost. It's far, far more cost effective than Glasurit and Standox. And yes, Glasurit and Standox are considered to be a more premium brand. The ironic part is that Standox and Chromax are actually made by the same company. Now, to explain pricing a little bit better and the way things work, we have our painter Salim to my left, who is at the moment going to concoct a small amount of obsidian black, which we are painting on a C-Class outside. And let me tell you the differences. If you are particular and you really care about your finish and money comes second, here are the differences. Our customer wanted an exact match. Now, when you need an exact match, this is the process. It's our job to find out the exact color on the car. Once we found out, and in this case, the C200, which is made under the house of Standox, we punch in the number into our system, which is what the painter's job is to do, and we print out a formula sheet, which is in front of me now. And the formula sheet tells us which tinters and which paints we need to be particular of. Okay? Now, there's another way of doing it, which is most commonly used with Chromax. In front of me, you've got 2 types of obsidian black. Now I have to be careful what I say. We've got one which is based on the formula and another one which is based on a mix that's been done by the painter, which is a near match. Now, I'll let you guys decide what you think about that, but this is where things get expensive. In the case of Standox, because we've stuck to the color code and we know that we're going to get the right finish, 11,500 is the cost for painting 1 boot. If we were to use Chromax, or for that matter another brand, and we were to mix with our own tinters and we wouldn't have to buy something straight off the shelf, you'd be looking at a cost of between 6 to maybe 7,000-8,000 rupees, depending on size and what we need to do. Right, so hopefully that explains a little bit more about what it means to paint with a color coat and without. Now, for those of you that tune into our Instagram and our YouTube off recently, thank you very much, first of all. You will remember about 1.5 years ago, I think it was, we had restored a beautiful Nissan 300ZX, and I'm going to use that car as a very clear illustration to you all today. I've got with me a very expensive tinter, all right, which is a tinter that is not used very often. Couple that with the base coats, hardeners that we have to get from Nippon in Japan. The customer wanted a absolute matched midnight purple. There was no compromise to be had. We could have quite easily taken the same illustration we have for the C200 and got a very near close match to the purple that he wanted, but that wasn't good enough. And I think this is where things get particular. If you're the sort of person who wants particular paint work and you want the exactly what you pay for, that's something we do very well. So, as an estimate off the top of my head, if you were to paint a midnight purple on a car which wasn't exactly as per the guidelines of, let's say, Glasurit or Standox, in this case the Nissan, we have used a tinter from Glasurit and the base coats from Nippon. If you weren't to use this and follow this system, you would probably be looking at a paint job of around about 2.5 lakhs from a company like ours, probably 50% of that somewhere else. To give you an idea, this tinter alone was 65,154 and it's what, 125 ml. Now I'm going to open it for you and you're going to see just how much we've used, probably 3/4 left there. And this is the problem. And this is also the game actually that I know a lot of people who are in the industry wouldn't want me to say. So this is what shops don't want to tell you. This tinter has been here now for 1.5 years. We're going to have to throw it after 2 years of shelf life. It's gone. Who's going to pay for it? If you've got a case where you're painting 4 colors of the same midnight purple, then as a workshop's profitability point of view, you're in profit. But the chances are not many people are going to want to paint a car midnight purple. So really, as long as you've explained this to your customer and you understand why it's expensive, then I think it's really for you to decide what you want to do. But that's the transparency here. Now, similarly, we don't have any Nippon left, I'm afraid. But let's say this hardener here is for 5,500 rupees, okay? And we probably use half a tin. Times this by 4 or 5 to import just for this car, and there's your costing. That Nissan cost approximately 6 lakhs, I think, to paint in totality. It could have been done for half of that if it was a near match. But again, if you're meticulous and that's what you want to do, then here's the color shades you can pick for yourself, and here are the formulas. And frankly, it makes our job so much easier because we know what we're getting. And this can be looked at to be, a hit or a miss, if you like. A lot of workshops like to do what they call fade-ins. So let's say if you're painting just a bumper and the rest of the car's okay, and you want it to match, we fade in from the bumper into the fender. That's a good thing to do. I'm not against it at all. I don't think it's bad. But if you know that you're telling your client that it's going to be an absolute match and you're using fade-in to cover up your work, not so good. I hope that was insightful for you all. And if you do have any questions, let me know. I think in any business, especially ours, transparency is key, and doing good work. And look, at the end of the day, we are applicators. At best, we have a fantastic team here that do a really good job. And in all honesty, companies like the ones that I've mentioned, they're all really good. It's just about what you want and how particular you are.